A Light Within Darkness Chapter 89, Fan Fiction by Azazyel. Demons were twisted things without a doubt, and due to the overwhelming conflict pouring into the sea of souls, their very nature was to be that of cruelty and malevolence. But just as infinite evil blossomed within the warp, that didn't mean that there weren't entities born of order and kinder concepts. They just simply didn't exist for long in the madhouse that was the warp, to say nothing of the chaos god's territory. I looked at the cruel spirit manifestation of the Pagoda I was within, and I asked plainly, how many such challenges are there? And what's the prize for winning? She tittered, and within her black pupilless eyes, where her pupils were supposed to be, were replaced with a miniature clone of her pagoda in each eye. But beyond that otherworldly sight, I could clearly feel the energy purity she had within herself, and the pagoda wasn't any lesser than Magnus when he manifested on my sex world to fight some tyranids. The pagoda spirit grinned with sharpened teeth, seeing me seemingly measuring her up but without challenging me or otherwise calling me out for it. She spoke excitedly. I have trained up 3 little projects within my bowels, that Atraxia, which is an entity that represents the core of intimacy, and I got a couple more pets. And if you can resist their wiles, The pagoda visibly seemed to entertain the thought, and she continued confirming my thought. Just seeing you helplessly give in to corruption and to be devoured within my flesh pits for the next millennia could be interesting, but an actual bet would be even more entertaining. Is there something you want in particular? She asked with some honest interest in what I would want. And just to be an ass, I grinned and said easily, yeah, you are strong. As strong as one of the demon princes I ran into before, in fact. I leaned in and said with a grin, if I win, I want the crone sword Slaanesh has in their palace. At my demand, the pagoda spirit couldn't help but flinch and pull back, making me chuckle with laughter at seeing real fear in her eyes at the thought. Ah, come on, you are so boring. I mean, I made Khorne lose a champion permanently, I cut Nurgle, and I want to steal one of Slaanesh's treasures now. So come on, work with me a little. What can you offer me? I asked with my spiritual energy pushing against the pagoda spirit, who, instead of looking scared of my antics, only licked her lips at the depth of my spiritual energy. I have something very interesting indeed for a human with your level of power. I once met a certain space marine apothecary during one of his jaunts in this realm, gathering materials, and I stole something very valuable from him after following him to a planet he was based upon. She spoke, and with a rumble the pagoda shook and the ground gave way and the sight before me staggered in place. A pillar of glass containing the floating form of a tall human with long, luscious silver hair. A slim, swimmer's build with ample curves was bared to me, but there was no mistaking the powerful soul before me. See, that Fabius Bile was determined to remake his own Primarch properly with the true Primarch soul. But none could be made, so Fabius turned to more natural means of producing a soul, and using the womb of a female eternal I do not know, Saint Celestine's own essence, and Fulgrim's uncorrupted DNA, he made a series of female Fulgrim clones with the hope of birthing a true successor to Fulgrim. The pagoda spoke, and I couldn't help but gawk at the sight, making the pagoda cackle at the sight. So, is such a deal worthy? The pagoda teased and continued. Should you win, you will take this little clone away and do what you will with it, as it's of little value to me with how her soul is so weak. But if I win, the pagoda's spirit leaned in and it hissed with pure malevolence. You will submit to being drained of your power without resistance for 100 years before I allow you to leave. Fair enough. Even as I knew the pagoda spirit was going to cheat however it could, if not renege on the bet altogether. But I still had my plans, so I simply nodded with the spirit grinning with large teeth being shown as she faded away into mist with her fading voice reaching my ears like a haunted whisper. Then, dear guest, step forward to the next floor and test your will upon the next desire. And with the spirit disappearing, the entrance to the next floor opened up, showing the ornate marble and wood stairs leading to the next floor. Welp, in for a pound or whatever. I thought with a small smile as I considered one crucial fact. Wouldn't it be utterly hilarious if I trained Fulgrim into a cultivator who could beat the original?